Hey, and welcome back to the Wisdom Vault. This is Dr. Sonia. Today's topic is the traits of powerful women. Now, when I would start thinking about this, people ask me all the time, so what do you consider a powerful woman? I believe there's like six or seven, right, that I'll get into, that I'll share, that are the traits of powerful women. But first, let me explain what a powerful woman really is. If you're listening to the sound of my voice and you consider yourself a powerful woman, these are the traits that you should be looking for and really taking that power to the next level and really unleashing your power. The traits of powerful women and unleashing that power. Number one trait, they are fearless about what it is that they want. They are fearless about obtaining the goals that they have for their life. It doesn't mean they're not scared, but it means that they are moving out swiftly, even though they're scared. They are fearless about things. And many times people think that they have no fear in their life. That's not necessarily true. They do, and they're nervous and they're scared about things, but they are fearless about getting to the place and point where they want to be. The next thing, they are choosing happiness. That's a choice. Whether people know it or not, powerful women, and one of the key traits of powerful women, they choose happiness. They have so many other options out there, and the other one is not to be happy. They just choose to have happiness, and I'll even add peace to that. They want peace in their life. They're not about the drama, they're not about the trauma. They understand what happened to them happened for them, not just to them. But they chose happiness over everything else. Next, they understand and they are applying emotional intelligence. Man, I used to teach this years ago, and women would sit with their heads like this, like, what did you just say? Emotional intelligence. How do you handle pressure? Powerful women handle pressure differently. Now, this may hurt just a little bit, but I have to say it. They don't have a meltdown every time their back is against the wall. They don't just lose it when things are not going their way. Powerful women understand that a diamond is made because of the pressure and the heat that it goes through to get to where it is today. Powerful women understand emotional intelligence. They understand how to handle and they learn how to handle the pressures of the world because life is going to be lifing. Things are going to be happening, but powerful women start to understand I have to have a level of emotional intelligence to be able to do this because if I don't, I'm going to look like the ordinary woman out there. But I know that I'm extraordinary. So emotional intelligence is at the top of the list of them really being limitless, being unstoppable, and again, being powerful. Next, they understand and they use the three C's. Confidence, they have clarity, and they're consistent. Confidence at a whole another level. Have you ever seen someone walk into a room? Their mere presence makes you want to know who they are. They haven't said a word. From the top of their head to the bottom of their feet, you're watching because there's something about their frequency, the frequency that they're operating on. There is something about the level of energy that they bring into the room, and they haven't said a word. Oh my goodness, they draw you in as soon as they're like, who is that? Their confidence, their shoulders are back, they're walking with their head held high, and there's just something about them that shows that they are confident beyond measure, and they haven't said a word. The next one, they're courageous. They have the courage to do things that most people don't want to do. I remember being in the military, right? And I was sitting at a table with mostly men. That's how I found myself in the Army a lot of times with other branches of service. I was normally the only woman and normally the only woman of color at these tables. And I would listen to the people and the men around me. They would just say whatever they were thinking, whatever it was. But I noticed when there were other women at the table, and now at this time I'm a junior soldier. I'm just coming into the military and I would sit on the outside, right, on the chairs, and the other higher senior people would sit at the table, the boardroom table. And most of the women would not really say too much. They wouldn't speak or what have you, but everybody else was speaking. And when they did, there was a level or a lack of a level of courage to say what they needed to say. And I learned very early on, powerful women are courageous. They have the courage to say what needs to be said. They're not being rude. They're not being disrespectful. They're just saying what they have to say. And I realized that that is a lost art. And I'm not talking about the ones who will just say blatantly, just boom, right in your face. I mean, there's some powerful women have this presence and they have the ability to say what needs to be said and still come off professional, still come off of loving and caring, but they said what they needed to say. And then the other one is consistency. Powerful women are consistent about everything that they do. They're consistent. Those that I know that are in the marketplace, and they're building their businesses, you see them all the time. We call it in the military, dress right, dress. They're just like this. This is what you see, is what you get. They're consistent about who they are. They don't pretend to be someone behind closed doors and then show up here in front of people and be someone else. That's one of the biggest things that I always wanted for myself. I want to be, now, can everybody handle that level for everybody of who powerful women are? They're not. Powerful women, because of they are those three C's, their circle is very small. Powerful women, unlocking their power and the traits of them, their circles are small, and they do that on purpose because they realize that not everybody can handle who they are, the power that they possess. And if you're listening to me right now, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, that there are people out there that cannot handle your becoming. They ran out of oxygen as you became that person that you were called to be. They ran out of oxygen. You were continuously putting on your mask. You were continuously becoming that powerful woman, that influencer out there, that voice of reason, that voice for the nation. Many people can't handle that. And last but not least, actually, let me give you two more. Powerful women know their value, whether it's at the boardroom, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in conversations that involves them, they know their value. They're at a place right now in business that they don't allow people to nickel and dime them. They know what they bring to the table, because I always tell the women that I work with, if you allow people to put a price tag on you, they will always discount you. You cannot allow that, and nor can you do it to yourself. Powerful women know their worth. And now, as last but not least, they got over honestly about what people thought about them. When you do not give a rat's tail about what people have to say about you, they're going to have something to say anyway. Now, I'm not saying you don't care. I'm not saying that at all. But you get over the nasty comments that are in the chats in YouTube. You get over what you posted on social media and people have something to say. Miserable people love commenting and bringing people down. They're not there to lift them up. And I've seen over this journey of becoming a powerful entity in my own right, that the more I became, the more, it wasn't just the men that were making negative comments, it was women. And that's something to be said in itself when other women tear each other down. That's a whole different conversation, but powerful women have learned how to not be bothered, and they've gotten over what other people have to say, regardless. They understand that they may have to go this journey alone, and it doesn't matter. They still have been called to the next level, and they still are living their purpose. As you go on this journey, and you think about the traits of powerful women, which one of these traits that you need to work on the most? And how much more becoming and training do you need? This is Dr. Sonia. I'm glad that you're here for the Wisdom Vault. I can't wait to see you for the next training. And remember, become that powerful woman that you've been looking for in your life for someone else. This is Dr. Sonia, and I'll see you next time.